I was looking for the antagonist in the novel. You're not quite sure. Are they a fan, which they purport to be initially? Are they pretending to be a fan for other reasons? Are they actually someone who knows the woman they're persecuting personally, which they appear to do because they have a lot of private information about her? So I was looking for the kind of property that might plausibly attract someone like that. And one night at dinner, I lightheartedly said to my two teenagers, well, what would you say is the most toxic fandom? And to my amazement, they named a popular cartoon. And I said, you're kidding me, because I'd watched that cartoon, very funny. And they said, trust us. So I went and looked, and I thought, this is absolutely perfect for my purposes. Although the cartoon within my book could not be more dissimilar from the cartoon that my children named to me. But yeah, it was perfect, because I think these sort of animations and something about an animation, a cult animation, I think you can impose so many of your own ideas on it. There's just something about that medium. And I could see why that fandom became so febrile when I went and looked, and I thought, well, this is perfect. The other thing is, I was originally planning to make the Ink Black Heart a comic strip, but I'd done the world of publishing in The Second Strike, The Silkworm, so an animation felt like something new and different. It was good. Well, the epigraphs in this book are all female poets of the Victorian era. As we may guess from where we're sitting to do this, Highgate Cemetery is a massively important location in this book. And it's high Victorian, you know, it's that very Gothic, almost celebration of death. So it's a place of mourning, but it's a place of beauty. And the epigraphs very much reflect a certain time. They're all female because the client in the book is a woman. She's an animator. Yeah, I can't give too much else away, but I will say that I also used Grey's Anatomy, which was funny. I ended up reading all about the heart in Grey's Anatomy. So I've also taken epigraphs from Grey's Anatomy and the construction of the heart itself. So, you know, you don't have to be a genius to understand that this is, you know, when you're dissecting a heart and the book is called The Ink Black Heart, you can imagine it worked on many different levels. I chose to do this investigation because in fact I know, I've been planning this particular plot from 3 books ago, and I wanted it to follow Troubled Blood, which I knew was going to be a cold case, because I wanted to do something much more contemporary. And even though it's set in 2015, as I say, and the internet was in a slightly different place in 2015, it was very interesting looking back at it, particularly YouTube, which appears in the novel, which YouTube was a little bit more Wild West back in 2015. It's become a little more, not regulated, but I think that you couldn't get away with what one of the characters is doing on YouTube now, but you could have done in 2015. So all of that was fascinating, and I wanted to go into with all of the Strike books, I really begin with what kind of plot I want to write this time. And I like them to be very, very different. So this case is different in 2 ways. Firstly, everything happens in the moment because they're observing suspects while they're also watching social media, because obviously they can exclude suspects if they aren't currently tweeting or, you know, writing on Instagram or whatever it might be. But the other reason is they turn the client down initially. So so there is emotional baggage for Robin because she deeply regrets turning the client down in the first place. And always previously, they've taken pretty much every client who comes. But now they're very busy. And yeah, so the case starts in a different emotional place, I suppose.